Peace, family. When I look at this political season, I see us in, and I hear the deafening silence from these so-called black leaders. I don't know what disgusts me the most, but as a self-proclaimed leader of our people, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell you what I feel we should be doing from this point forward. And politically, we need to be hold ourselves accountable and make sure that we vote people in the office that have our best interest in mind. We cannot make the mistake of voting the wrong people in the power and authority over our essential needs and services. Because whether you vote federally, state, or local, these people have ownership and control, power and authority over essential needs and services that we're going to rely on to get through life. And when we put people in power like Donald Trump, who have no commonality with the people, his story is not the same as ours. He was born into wealth. Whatever he wanted, he could just buy. He didn't have to compete for anything. He didn't have to apply for nothing. If he wanted to be the captain of a CEO of a company, all he had to do was buy it. And then when you put people like this in the office, then he put people in position that he respect. And these are more people that have no commonality with us. When you look at what his Commerce Secretary said, if you want to find somebody fraudulent that's receiving Social Security, all you have to do is cut off the payment and then just listen. He said the people that holler the most are the ones that's fraudulent. This man he's just completely out of tune with society. This country, over half this country, is living paycheck to paycheck. They're what you call the working poor. And if you cut off a check just to see who's fraudulent, he thinks that anybody that complains, they're the crooks. This person doesn't belong in politics, and he definitely doesn't belong to be a head of no job. This is what he thinks of the average person. But see, the fact of the matter is this: if the situation was reversed, and then whatever business that he has, and you just decided not to make a payment and listen, the person that's going to be hooping and hollering would be him. But the difference is he has a contract, and if you miss a payment, he's going to hold you accountable. And see, and we don't do that. We put people in office. We work for companies. We in religion. We invest in all these things, and we invest in it for 30, 40 years. And then when it's not available, these institutions have benefited every week, every month, every quarter, some form of fashion, and give us nothing. We cannot be paying into Social Security, and then at the end of 40 years, the government just take it away. We cannot be working at a job, hoping we're going to get a pension at the end of 30, 40 years of employment, and then they just close up shop. We cannot be going to church and praying and worshiping and paying tithes for 30 and 40 years, and only to receive our benefits after we gone. That's ridiculous. But see, people like Donald Trump and his Commerce Secretary and these employers, they'll receive the payments, they'll take it for every month, every week, every quarter, and then give us nothing. While we paying into a system every year, every week, every month, and receive nothing. We have to stop that. And when you see that we have to change our mentality, we have to change our thought process. Because this love everybody, we stronger together nonsense has got to stop. When Donald Trump passed the initiative for companies to take away the DEI, the affirmative action, these inclusive programs, these businesses that we've been supporting for years didn't hesitate to do it. They didn't hesitate. And do you think that when Donald Trump talking about something, he want this to be a merit-based society. But the fact of the matter is, it's white businesses, white industries, and white institutions that get to establish, they get to accept or set the merit. And the fact of the matter is, even if Donald Trump was a benevolent president, there's no way on earth that this system would be able to equally pay, employ, and promote black people the same as their own, because these businesses are going to prioritize their own people. And there isn't no Mexicans, Chaldeans, Arabs that's going to prioritize our people over theirs in their business. We have to be about establishing our own network so we can prioritize our people. That should be our focus going forward. When you look at Donald Trump and you see that these businesses do not hesitate to remove these DEI practices, you have to keep in mind that last year we spent over $1.6 trillion in this U.S. economy. And that's with the DEI practices and inclusive programs that they had on record. Now that Donald Trump then removed them and these businesses have accepted it, what do you think black people are going to start paying next year? If you think it's been an increase it's really because this institution have nothing to hold it accountable. But if we create our own network of independently, privately owned businesses, industries, and institutions surrounding our essential needs, we can at least hold this system at bay while we prioritize our own people, while being able to pay our people, promote them, celebrate them. You see, there's a beauty attached to having ownership and control over your community. When the world is cold and turning you away, you'll be able to be warm and comfortable in your own community. Or when the world is on fire because arguments and riots is out there, we can be calm and collected because we have ownership and control over our community. You can establish your pay. You can control your costs, and we can circulate the money throughout our community. But see, you have to have an adult mindset in order to do that. Because see, right now we live like adolescents. Whatever we want to do, we have to ask somebody for the what, when, where, and how long we can do it. This is ridiculous. We be about building our own, establishing our own, protecting our own. We can be adults and have determination over our own. So that's my spiel on this topic here. You can leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.